South Sudan is the youngest country in the world. It became independent in 2011 after years of struggle, but, its story goes back much further, woven through decades of hardship, hope, and courage. One of the most telling ways to understand this journey is to look at its coins. Coins are not just pieces of metal, they are records of history. They carry the faces, the symbols, and the dreams of a people. In South Sudan, coins have marked every chapter of the nation's story. Each coin, whether foreign or local, tells us something about how people lived, what they valued, and what they hoped for. From the coins of colonial empires to the first coins of independence, these small objects have witnessed great changes. Coins are used every day, passed from hand to hand. They travel in markets, in villages, and across borders. For many people, they are a daily reminder of the country they live in. They also reflect the struggles and triumphs of the nation's past. To understand South Sudan, you have to understand its coins. They are much more than money. They are a sign of the country's journey from struggle to sovereignty. Before South Sudan was a country, its land was ruled by outsiders. First came the colonial powers. The British and Egyptians controlled the region as part of the Anglo-Egyptian Sudan from 1899 to 1956. During this time, people used coins issued by the colonial government. These coins often showed symbols of British power, like the crown or a portrait of the British king. After Sudan's independence in 1956, the region that is now South Sudan was governed from Khartoum. The coins changed, but they were still foreign to many people in the south. The new Sudanese coins bore Arabic script and symbols from the north. For many in the south, these coins did not reflect their own culture or identity. Coins from both eras moved from market stalls to cattle camps, from the hands of children to the pockets of elders. Yet, for many people, these coins were a reminder of who held power. They bought food and paid wages, but they also showed who was in control. Over the decades, coins from other neighboring countries, like Uganda and Kenya, sometimes found their way into local markets. People used what was available, making do in times of war and peace. Each coin carried stories from far beyond the borders of what would become South Sudan. In the years before independence, coins in South Sudan played a practical role. Markets and small shops relied on them. Housewives counted coins to buy grain or salt. Children saved pennies for sweets. For many, coins were a sign of connection to the wider world, a way to trade and communicate. But honestly, coins were also a reminder of distance. The symbols on colonial and Sudanese coins did not speak to the lives of South Sudan's people. Few could read the Arabic script. The images and words felt foreign. This was a land of many languages and cultures, but the coins did not celebrate that diversity. Despite this, people made the coins their own. They gave them local nicknames. Sometimes coins were worn as jewelry or sewn into clothing for important events. These acts showed both adaptation and resistance. Even when the coins came from distant rulers, people found ways to claim them. During times of conflict, coins could be scarce. Barter sometimes replaced money. Still, when coins were available, they remained part of daily life. They were needed, but always tinged with the knowledge that true ownership and recognition was still to come. South Sudan's struggle for independence was long and, honestly, quite painful. Decades of war left deep scars on the land and its people. The fight was not just for land or power, but, for identity, a right to be seen and heard. In this struggle, currency played a quiet but important role. Rebels and local leaders sometimes issued their own tokens or script, especially in areas far from government control. These unofficial currencies were basic, but they showed the desire for self-rule. They said, "We are different. We have our own ways." At the same time, the official currency from Khartoum was a symbol of domination. It was a daily reminder of the government's hold on the South. People longed for a time when their own faces, languages, and heroes would appear on their money. When the peace agreement was signed in 2005, the dream of a new currency grew stronger. It became a powerful symbol of the future, a sign that South Sudan could shape its own destiny. The people waited eagerly for the day when they could carry coins that truly belonged to them. On July 9, 2011, South Sudan became a nation at last. With independence came the chance to create new symbols, including a new currency. The Bank of South Sudan quickly began printing banknotes. Soon after, it announced plans for new coins. The introduction of South Sudan's own coins was a moment of pride. For the first time, the coins would reflect the country's history, wildlife, and culture. The initial coin series included denominations like 10, 20, and 50 piastres, each with its own unique design. The process was not easy. Creating new coins meant careful planning, designing, and minting. It also meant making sure the new coins would be accepted by the people. Many were eager and hopeful, while others took time to trust the new currency. The arrival of these coins in markets and homes was more than a financial change. It was a statement: South Sudan was truly independent, able to choose its own symbols and tell its own story through every coin. The designs on South Sudan's coins were chosen with care. Each image tells a part of the country's story. The 10 piastre coin shows a shoebill stork, a rare and striking bird found in South Sudan's wetlands. The 20 piastre coin features a rhinoceros, a symbol of strength and resilience. On the 50 piastre coin, a majestic lion stands proud, a sign of courage and leadership. On the other side of the coins, the country's coat of arms appears. It shows an African fish eagle, wings spread wide, clutching a spear and a spade. This symbolizes the struggle for freedom and the hope for peace and growth. The choice of animals and symbols reflects the land itself, its rich wildlife, its long rivers, and its proud people. For many South Sudanese, these designs are a source of pride. They see their own history and hopes reflected in the coins they use each day. The coins are also a message to the world. They say, "This is who we are." Through them, South Sudan presents its identity, its beauty, and its strength with dignity and hope. Today, South Sudan's coins are a part of everyday life. They are used to buy food, pay for transport, and give change in markets, but they are also symbols. They remind people of the journey from hardship to independence. For many, the coins are a sign of pride. They show that South Sudan is a nation with its own voice. Children learn about their country by looking at the animals and symbols on the coins. Elders remember the long struggle that made these coins possible. There are still challenges. Inflation and conflict have made life hard. Sometimes coins are scarce and people rely more on banknotes or other forms of money. But even in difficult times, the coins remain a link to the country's dreams and its sovereignty. In every coin, there is a story of struggle, of hope, and of a nation that continues to build its own future, one small piece at a time.